Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
I heard a quote by Simon Chan, famous social media influencer and MLM enthusiast. He says, "If you stumble, make it part of the dance." In life, we may stumble. We may trip up. We may go over hurdles. We may find roadblocks. But the obstacle in the way becomes the way. The roadblocks are not in the way, they are on the way to success. So in whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. If you know that it's something that you want to do, if you have a passion for it, don't let a detour deter you from your dream and your destiny. You know where you're going. You know where you're headed. And if you don't give up, if you do not quit, you will surely make it there. I just observed and just looked at the analytics for this podcast. Now, I started the Open Palm in July of 2018, 2 years ago. And since I started, the graph showing how many people have listened and the different plays on Anchor, on iTunes, on Spotify, on Google Podcast, on all these different places where the podcast is played. The graph has gone up and it's gone down. And it's gone up a little bit, down, 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 up a little bit, down. And it's just like life. There's an ebb and flow to life. There's a push and pull to life. Just like the tide that comes in and goes out. Just like the moon and the sun that goes up and comes down. It's the same as life. Right? We're not always going to have every day be on fire all the time. But vice versa, we're not always going to have every day glum and gloomy, right? Drum and drab. There's going to be times for inhalation and exhalation. So when I looked at the graph, I saw that if I looked at it by the week, it was up and down low, and then up high and down low, and then a little bit in the middle, up high and down low. Same as when I looked at it at a month level or 3 months. But you know what's interesting? When I looked at the graph, the all-time graph, and I observed it from the very beginning when I started, I noticed something. Overall, since I have not stopped, the graph has continued to trend up and to the right. No matter how many little small fluctuations, it still continues to go up and to the right, which for a business, that's what you want to see. But just like Jay-Z said, the most genius thing we did is we did not quit. The most genius thing that we did is we just kept going. We just never stopped. So my friend, no matter what stands in your way, if you just keep going, if you don't give up, you will go up and to the right, meaning that you will succeed. Even by sheer effort, by sheer persistence, your consistency speaks volumes because you didn't give up, you didn't quit, you kept going against all odds. We know that when it comes to people in the gym, the people who are fit and stay fit versus the people who might go on a New Year's resolution and get inspired and, have that motivation, that rocket fuel, and they go there for a month and then they stop. Which person gets the results? The person who's won a little bit and stopped? Or the one who kept going? See, it doesn't matter how long, or I should say, it doesn't matter how quickly or how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. I believe this Chinese proverb is from Confucianism. Don't stop. Slow and steady can win the race. Think about the tortoise and the hare, right? It doesn't matter how slow or how quickly you go. If you keep going, you have to reach your destination. You have to reach that goal. It is inevitable, just like Agent Smith told Neo in The Matrix. He knew it is inevitable, right? The numbers will show. There's no escaping it. Even Sadhguru, I listened to an interview with him, and he said that he would take anybody in at his place of residence as long as you have something that you're focused on. It doesn't matter what you're doing, right? You could be practicing ballet or meditation or have a business, as long as you have some form of focus. But he said, if you are consistent, if you focus, the universe has to yield. It must yield, right? So, what will it take for you to accomplish your goal? The will to do it, my friend. The will is what it will take. Keep going. Don't stop. And like Simon Chan says, if you stumble, make it part of the dance. Make it part of your journey. Make it an unexpected excursion. Make it a wonderful surprise. Find opportunity. Find it because it's there. If only you know where to look. More of the way is revealed as you keep moving forward. And even at times when it feels like you're heading back, you're still moving forward. The graph is still going up and to the right. You may not know it, but in the big scheme of things, if you didn't stop, there's no end to how far you can go. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in Baldwin Park, California. I pray that you received a special message from this episode letting you know that you can enjoy the journey. If you stumble, make it part of your dance. Like Ralph Smart say, do a little samba, baby. Shout out to Infinite Waters. And enjoy yourself. Life is to be lived. So start living or keep living every day of your life, knowing that, just like the oracle told Neo, the only way to get there is to get there. Share this episode with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version each day, just like you, never stopping, never quitting, still going, still moving forward. Pay it forward so more can hear the message. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, definitely subscribe for more informational or more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel it in your heart to support, consider going to anchor.fm/jshaw and clicking on the support link there is much appreciated. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to the podcast. Much love to you. Grab the new book, now out on Amazon, that is Finding Inner Peace by Jerome Shaw. Have a blessed, wonderful day or night wherever you are. And as always, take care, my friend. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.